Hi, a strong core is essential to protecting your spine so that you also have a strong supported back. So if you'd like to strengthen your core while also become more flexible, as well as working on your strength through your whole body, on your joints, your muscle fascia, I'm going to give you a yoga routine right now that also strengthens your core, which will also strengthen your spine and be safe on your back if you have back pain. So if that sounds like a good idea, you want to strengthen your core while you become more flexible, then let's do a yoga workout together. Please join me. My name's Tracy. My channel's Downward Dog Rising. Let's get started. I'm going to have you start off sitting on your mat and just extend your legs straight in front of you. I want you to find your neutral spine. And if you start off and it feels like your pelvis is rolling back, your hips are tucking under, then I want to have you put your body up on a yoga block like that so it lifts you and it supports your back and your hips a little better. I want you to take a deep inhale and come into a half butterfly with me. Fold your knee in to the inside of your inner thigh, bottom of foot against groin or inner thigh. Elevate your heart, reach arms to sky, and gently hip hinge forward over the front of this leg. Maybe bring your hands under your knee for extra support and stability, or you can reach for the ankle, the shin, your foot, wherever is best for you. Keep lifting your heart, hinge forward, exhale. The goal here is not to round our middle back. Keep elongating your breastbone. If you want to give back support, remember, sit on a yoga block. Let's take a few deep inhales and exhales here in our half butterfly. So we're working on stretching our low back, our hamstrings, back of upper thigh and inner thigh. Few different areas, stretching and lengthening. Keep lengthening breastbone over the front of your thigh. It's like middle of breastbone, sternum elongates over the front of your quad, the front of your thigh. Lengthen even more. Avoid forcing your end range. Give yourself a little space to work into. One more deep inhale. And slowly lift heart to sky. Excellent. Now take this leg, go straight out of your center. Now fold this other foot in. Bottom of foot to the inner thigh. And again, I want you to elevate your heart, sit nice and tall, flex this foot for a deeper stretch if you want. Lengthening, lift your heart, hinge from the hip crease here. Maybe reach under your knee for extra support. Maybe reach down the leg to your ankle. Keep lifting your heart, support your spine, or maybe grab your foot, stay here and breathe. And it's okay if one side feels tighter. That's what we're here for, to bring them closer together so they're not so disproportionate between the two sides. Breathing in, breathing out, hip hinge, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Feel that low back pulling apart. Feel the hip release, the back of your thigh, those hamstrings lengthen. Elevate heart, think of the middle of your breastbone, reaching, lengthening over the front of your thigh. As you feel a give, go a little deeper. Keep lengthening your breastbone. And one more deep inhale here. And softly, gently elevate your heart, rising up. And gently release arms. Next, take this leg out, fold your knees in, lift heart to sky, do a little windshield wiper over the sides of your hips, releasing your back and those hips. Excellent. Now from here, what I want you to do, we're going to take our ankles and just crisscross the ankles like that. And then I want you to come onto all fours and then do 5 cat-cows. So I want you to press palms away. I want you to inhale, lengthen your spine, and then you're just gonna scoop abdominals in as your chin and your tailbone drop. And then you're just gonna let your belly relax as you inhale, lengthen apart. Head away from tailbone. Now exhale, press shoulder blades wide to the sky. And inhale, lengthen apart. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen apart. Exhale. And one more time. Front ribs meet back ribs. Find your neutral. That way you're not exaggerating an arch in your spine. Now once you find your neutral, your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Your abdominals keep lifting into the low back, so feel your core pulling in, zipping up. Now let's take your left arm, your right leg away from your center line, and then I just want you to hold here to strengthen your core. Your hips are squared, your shoulder blades anchored. Breathe in for 10 seconds. Hold. Keep hips squared. 4, 3, 2, gently come in. Now switch sides, extend right arm, left leg, your hips are squared. Hold and breathe for 10 seconds. Tighten your core to your back. Four, 3, 2, come on to all fours, lateral spinal flexion stretch. Draw your shoulder and your hip closer together on one side. Feel the opposite side of those ribs open apart. Come into your center line, other way. Shoulder and hip come closer together on opposite side. Ribs lengthening apart, rib cage away from that hip bone. Come back in 2 more times. Do a big yawn along opposite side of ribs. Ribs open up as shoulder and hip come closer. On this side, come back center. Other way. Lengthen, lengthen, shoulder closer to hip. Feel those intercostals, muscles between the ribs stretch apart. Last time. Inhales, those ribs widen. Exhale, release, and inhale as you open and widen those ribs. Use the inhale to fully inflate. And exhale, release. Wonderful. So now I'm going to ask you to inhale with the left arm. Open the collarbone far wide. Your hips are square. Thread the needle. Reach under this side. Drop your sits bones behind you. As long as the shoulder stays down away from your ear, you can slide this arm lengthwise. And really stretch those sits bones behind you. Breathe, let this whole side of your ribs open up. Relax, shoulder down. Feel the side of the neck lengthen, the side of your shoulder stretch. And we're just opening up a space in your thoracic spine in the middle of your back, between your 2 shoulder blades. Stay here and breathe. So we're protecting our low back, holding it stable while we get a little bit of motion through the middle of our back after we twist it around our breastbone, and just stay here for a few breaths. Breathing in through nose, lateral rib cage breathing, expansion, and exhale. Softly letting that air expel back out of your lungs. Freeing some space in the middle of your back between your two shoulder blades. And one more deep inhale here. Exhale softly, gently release. Slide your right arm under the right shoulder. Slowly press up onto your all four position, quadruped or table. Now I want you to keep squaring your hips to the mat. Inhale as this right arm elevates, open shoulder, chest, and slowly reach under this arm for thread the needle. Relax your shoulder into the mat, relax the neck. Extend this arm as long as your shoulder stays down and back and doesn't hike up. Now breathe, send those sits bones reaching backwards behind you. Feel this whole side open. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel lateral ribs expand as we do our deep diaphragmatic breathing. If you're more comfortable and want to breathe so your belly pushes out, you can do that too. Soften into it. Ribs expand, feel space open up, mid-back. Feel the neck release, sits bones pull to the backs of those thighs. Low back rolls apart as it opens up. One more deep inhale here. Exhale softly, gently release. Slide this hand under the shoulder and press up to your hands and your knees. All right. This next exercise, I want you to feel your obliques, the sides of your ribs, wrap around to the center. Pull in under the navel, scoop in, zip up from pubic bone to navel. Get those deep abdominals engaged. I want you to curl your toes under. Push palms firmly into your mat. Now lift your knees up as you stretch tailbone away. Hold for 10 seconds. Four, three, two, and release down. Wonderful. We're going to take our forearms onto the mat. Make sure you relax your shoulders down so they avoid hiking up. Your palms are coming against the mat. We're going to let our tailbone really lengthen so we avoid arching our back. Curl your toes under for a modified plank. And we're just going to hold here as we keep anchoring our shoulder blades down into our back. Feel ribs expand, feel ribs knit around and together. Hold for 9, 8, shoulders stay down, 7, tailbone long. 4, core is engaged, 3, and 2, and last one. The knees come down. You can either have the tops of your feet resting on the mat or curl toes under to help the knees have a little extra support. Now sit back, your hips over your heels into a rest pose, into a balasana. You could always take a yoga block and set it under your forehead for support. And inhale to the front, to the sides, to the back of your rib cage. Exhale, softly, gently release. Really pull those sits bones behind you. Pull your heart forward through the arms. Feel your spine lengthen apart. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, softly, gently release. We're going to walk our hands under our shoulders. I'm going to bring you back into a modified plank, okay? We're going to do our dolphin next. A dolphin is going to be a modified plank into a pike. So in Pilates, we'd say a pike into a plank, and then in yoga, we'd say it's dolphin. So I want you to feel how you're just going to connect into your core, and you want to feel how your collarbones open wide, the sides of the neck stay long, your forearms come down onto the mat, your shoulders are right over the elbows, and let's go ahead and extend one leg back, curl those toes under so you could stand on the ball of your foot, curl the toes under, stretch the legs long behind you. Now you're going to exhale, look at the knees, feel the obliques wrap around sides of waist. Inhale as your head lengthens from your tailbone. And then you're going to exhale, use those deep core muscles, strengthen your core, your obliques, and 8. Feel the shoulder blades pull down sides of back, down towards your lat muscles, and 7. Keep scooping core tight to your back, and 6. Collarbones stay wide, scoop abdominals in, and 5. Exhale, wrap. 4, those ribs feel like corset strings wrapping sides of waist, and 3. Exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Last time, breathing in, exhale. Wonderful. Now slowly come back down and hold. 9, 8, keep scooping core, tailbone long. 7, 6, and 5, 4, good job. 3, 2 more. Gently place pelvis to mat. And now just relax your forehead on backs of hands. And then just rock hips side to side and release your spine for a moment. Excellent. And just release sides and neck. Nodding your forehead over the backs of your hands side to side. Wonderful. Just putting a little pressure across third eye, wisdom center. Return back to the center. Now place your elbows in a straight line under the shoulders. And then we're going to come into our Sphinx position, Sphinx. So I want you to feel the length in your spine, core scoops in, feel those glutes turn on. And then if you're sitting at the computer a lot, this is perfect to open up some space mid-back between those 2 shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, keep width across your chest. Feel spaciousness across those collarbones. If your low back needs extra support, keep thinking of tailbone lengthening away from your breastbone as you scoop abdominal wall in and up. Core is engaged for extra low back, lumbar spine support. Now, if it's within your practice and you like to go a little lower down the back from between the shoulder blades, you can come into a seal. If you feel like this is enough for you today, then please just stay here. If you want to do seal, you're going to extend your arms out in front. Avoid going up so high that it scrunches your low back together, or your shoulders end up hiking upwards. So avoid those 2 things and stay here and breathe. Take a few breaths here. Even so it doesn't hurt the back of the neck, rather than having the chin come up. Now think of your chin coming forward a little bit towards the front of your neck So you feel nice length through the back of the skull at the occiput, and then you feel the neck vertebra lengthening apart. If you did have discomfort in your low back, you'd come down lower again into your Sphinx position. Just making some room between the vertebrae. Slowly come back down so you're in your Sphinx. And we're going to do a slight little variation just to stretch the sides of our neck. You make sure your shoulders stay down and back. Tilt one ear slightly down towards shoulder. The other side of the neck lengthen, so slight variation to give your neck a stretch. Return center slowly and gently tilt opposite ear towards shoulder so the side of your neck elongates, breathing in and breathing out. Feel side of neck lengthen. Breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. Return to the center. And then what I want you to do here is come all the way down to your mat. Now sometimes sitting for long periods at your computer, that can really tighten your quads and your hip flexors especially. Press both of your hip bones firmly against the mat. Keep stretching your tailbone long out of your center. Now reach back, grab one foot, and you're going to gently put pressure into the hand as you lift that back leg away from the mat. Keep the knee in line with the hip so the knee doesn't fall outward. Now stay here and breathe. Inhale, exhale, feel the front of that thigh stretch, feel the front of that hip flexor, your psoas stretch. Tighten the core. Tailbone reaches away from you. And inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Just releasing a tight psoas can also help your lumbar spine feel not so tight. If you want to do a baby back extension, just elevate up for a moment, lift heart to sky. Inhale, exhale. And gently release down. Wiggle hips side to side. Release your spine and let's go to the other side. Relax your forehead on the back of your hand. Grab the left ankle or foot. Now keep the knee in line with the hip and slowly elevate the front of your quad and thigh off mat. Your hips are down, your tailbone stretching away from you. And inhale, exhale, those hip bones are pressed into the mat. Inhale, exhale, you might feel the front of the shoulder loosening, the collarbone wide. Inhale, exhale. If you want to go a little higher, lift heart off mat, your hip bones are firm. Core is engaged. Feel the front of that thigh and hip release. And inhale and exhale. Half bow pose, breathing in. Exhale and gently release. Wonderful. And just wiggle hips side to side. Let your spine release. And we're going to come into a stretch for our back now. After doing extension, we're just going to counter it with a pose. Relax your shoulders away from air. Scoop abdominal wall in. Press palms against your mat. Lift up to your hands and your knees. My alarm is going off, so let me turn my alarm off. I have online clients that I need to get ready for, but I have a little more time before I need to do so. We need to do our rest pose. So you can take the tops of your feet to the mat. If you need more knee support, do it this way. I did it this way earlier, so now I'm gonna do it this way. Actually, I'm still gonna do it this way because I'm running, so when I run, I get tight, so I'm just giving some support. Lengthen, 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 hip hinge, hip hinge. Maybe you bring your forehead to yoga block. Maybe you just come down to the mat, your palms reach the sky. Let those sits bones pull behind your body. Excellent. Stretch out your back after doing the extension work. And inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel how that spine releases. And one more deep inhale here. Awesome. Gently release. Walk your hands directly under the shoulders and gently elevate head away from tailbone. Now as you're coming up, I'm going to have you do a side plank next. So we're going to have our palm align under the elbow, the shoulder. If you wanted to modify your side plank, you could keep your knee on the ground. Your hips are squared, your shoulders are in alignment, and then what we would do is just go like that and reach. Chest is open, stay here and breathe. Here's your modified side plank. Now, if you'd like to come all the way up, we're gonna press palm away, and then we're gonna have both legs shoot out, and then you're just gonna keep lifting your bottom ribs away from the mat and hold here and breathe. So all your joints are aligned, your hips are squared directly under the shoulders. Maybe you have your hand come under your head, by the side of your head. Stay here and breathe, or extend that arm to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Chest wide open, inhale, exhale. Good, keep lengthening tailbone so your spine feels like it's avoiding arching. You're in your neutral. Inhale, exhale, awesome. And gently we're gonna come down from our side plank. And then from here, I'm gonna ask you to just let your two ankles stack one over the other. And then in Pilates, we do a prep for our mermaid. And I love this because it opens up our side. So I'm gonna have you stretch up, up, up to get your rib and your hip bone to pull apart. Reach by your ear and start to pull yourself towards your ankles. And it just nicely opens up this whole sideline of our body. The bottom of the ribs pull away from the hip bone. We're sinking into our mat. And inhale. And then exhale. Really open everything up. And inhale. Lateral spinal flexion. Exhale. And one more time, you're going to inhale. Exhale. Stretch all the way up. Excellent. So now we're going to walk our feet to the other side of our body. And once again, if you would like to modify your side plank, you could keep one knee bent. We want our shoulders to face straight forward, directly in line above our hip bones, facing straight ahead. So if you want to modify, keep one knee bent, and you're just going to extend this arm maybe over your head. You're keeping a line, careful not to hyperextend your elbow. Sometimes, joints can be hypermobile. They go beyond straight. We don't want to hang when they're unsupported like that, because that joints can become too lax, and then later in life you won't have any support around your joints. So be careful that arm doesn't hyperextend. You'll know it is hyperextended if it appears to go beyond a straight line. Now, if you want to come into your full side plank, you're going to have your palm press away. Now extend this bottom leg so that your two hips are squared and stacked. And then you can either have your hand bend like that, lift these bottom ribs away from the mat, your legs are stacked, and stay here and breathe. Your chest is open. And inhale and exhale. Your bottom ribs keep lifting off the mat. So does your hip. And stay here and breathe. Get those obliques firing. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Think of wringing out a wet towel, sides of waistline. 4, 3, 2 more, and gently lower down from your side plank. Excellent. Now take your ankles so that one stacks right over the other. Now you're going to grab your ankles. Now you're going to really open up the sides. So you're going to stretch all the way up, 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 up. Elongate, shoulders drop away from ears, reach by ear. Now keep lengthening and lifting. Pull yourself towards your foot, your ankles. Now breathe as those ribs stretch apart and the rib and the hip lengthen apart. And inhale and exhale. Keep lifting your heart. The energy travels up, up, up through top of head. Stay here and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. feel that side open up and elongate. And inhale and exhale. And one more time, deep inhale. And exhale, softly, gently release. And we're just gonna reach that arm over our head. Wonderful. Okay, now from here, I want you to extend your legs straight out, lengthen them, and then I want you to feel like you can do a couple little shoulder rolls. Your shoulders roll up, down, away from the ears. Feels really good. Now, once those shoulders drop back in line with ears, we don't want the shoulders in front of the ears. We want them either in alignment or slightly back and behind. That way we protect our shoulder joint. We connect into our serratus anterior so we can effectively stabilize our shoulder girdle. So push the palms away from you. Scoop in deeply to your core. Press heels into your mat, and I want you to lift your heart as you squeeze your glutes and you bridge your pelvis off the mat. Stay here and breathe. So I want you to do your reverse plank. Lift your heart to the sky. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Chest is open. Breathe. Tighten core to spine. Keep breathing. Squeeze those glutes. 5, 4, press the floor away. 3, 2, and slowly release down to the mat. Now just gonna shake out your knees, release the backs of those thighs. Awesome, wonderful. And we began with a half butterfly, so now I want to end with a caterpillar. So now we have both of our legs extended out straight. Take a nice deep inhale. If you need a little extra support, sit your pelvis right on top of a yoga block so it frees up the space in the front of your hips as well as your low back. You're going to bring your hands under the knees, elevate your breastbone, and now hinge over those thighs. Stay here and breathe. We're not going to the very end of our range. We have some space to grow into. We're challenging ourselves, but we're not putting a whole 100% effort to the end. We still have breaths to go, some space to go into. Breathe in, exhale. Caution with herniated disc and with osteoporosis, you would just stay up high, hinging. You wouldn't go so far as to injure the spine or the hips. You would stay lifted up high and just work on elongation here with your breastbone up. And then all of us, we don't want to round our back, so you flat back it over, crease from the hips, flat back it over, and breathe. Feel the low back release. Feel those hamstrings lengthen. Feel the ribs expand three-dimensionally. The back of those ribs spreading wide as the air enters into the lower lobes of your lungs. Go a little deeper as you feel it give. We commit to the pose in yin. We almost go to our edge. We pull back a little bit so we still have some time to increase and fill up that gap. And we commit and stay and breathe. Really feel the length in the backs of your thighs, the back opening up, the cooling effect, the yin effect of stretching open the back of your spine. It's very cooling and relaxing. Good for the end of the day when you want to wind down your energy. As long as you haven't had shoulder surgery recently, if you want to deepen your stretch and stretch your shoulders and chest, scoop core tight, maybe interlace your fingers behind you and stretch a little deeper. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. One more, and gently release. Excellent. Lift your heart. Slowly make your way back up. You're gonna shake out those knees. And one more time, I'm gonna ask you to press palms firm into the mat. Push through those heels. Lift your heart. Elevate your hips. Squeeze your glutes and hold. Inhale, exhale, reverse plank. Use your core. Feel those glutes engage. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently lower down, release. Wonderful. And we're just gonna crisscross our ankles. I have to get ready to go to work online right now. If you want to go into a Shavasana, corpse pose, by all means, lie flat on your back and relax, palms to sky. Let your knees sway out and stay there for a few breath cycles, even a few minutes. Set your alarm, 5 minutes. Just lie there, let your body absorb everything that you just gave to it. So take a deep inhale. I appreciate you for joining me for this core strengthening yoga workout. We did Yin Yoga. Hands to your heart center, feeling blessed for taking the time for self-care, feeling at peace, feeling so calm in this very moment. This present moment brings peace and serenity to our hearts, to our minds, to our spirits. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for watching. Please hit that notification bell if you like this video. You can always share and subscribe too. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. See you again soon, everyone. Take care. Peace. See you soon. Bye.